Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, and it is the start of a new month, which means it is time to look back at the movies I watched in the month prior, which for this video will be February of 2025. We're going to be looking through Letterboxd, and I'm going to be going through a review, talking a little bit about them, and yeah, giving my thoughts and feelings on each one. So let's go, baby. Okay, so here we are on my Letterboxd. Now, I'm doing it on the phone this time because the last video I tried to do it on the computer, the audio went all weird. And yeah, I don't really know why, because I'm recording it no different than I record just like face-to-face videos. But alas, it went wrong. So we are going to be doing it through the phone and yeah, do that way. So the first one we had this month, or last month, was Emilia Perez. So I try and watch as many of Oscar movies as I can. This year I've fallen very short because I've been watching other movies, you know, ones that kind of interest me a bit more than this Oscar run. And over here in the UK, like, the release schedules are all scattered. Like, The Brutalist was scheduled to come out one time, but then it didn't actually show in any cinema near me for like 2 weeks after, which is like really annoying because it's hard to find time to do it. So yeah, I haven't actually watched many of them, and I thought I can watch Emilia Perez because it's on Netflix, and I heard it was bad, and oh boy was it bad. It was absolutely awful. Like, I can't believe I subjected myself to that mess. I hate the fact that it's probably going to win some awards in the Oscars. I hate the fact that it's won so many awards, and I hate the fact that it's like nominated for like the joint highest amount in history. I don't understand why. Everyone's awful in it. I do not like, people say that Zoe Saldana was the shining light in this movie. To be honest, I thought she was pretty shit. I thought everyone was shit in this movie. No one deserved any recognition for it. The whole backstory about it all is disgusting as well. So yeah, Emilia Perez, half a star, I had to give it something, but yeah, it was absolutely awful. Then I had to cheer myself up with a movie I liked, so I rewatched Wheel in Time. Again, I'm not going to do a massive in-depth thing, because I've talked about it before, but yeah, I really enjoyed my time with it the second time. Then I started my Shudder watch, where I am doing a video where I watch every original or exclusive content to Shudder, so I kicked it off with Dark Match, and yeah, it wasn't too bad. It was fun. It was quite short as well, and it kind of got my blood pumping. It got me excited. I had fun. It got me excited for the time I'm going to have with Shudder. Then I went to the cinema. They re-released Pretty Woman, and I went with my mum. I took my mum. That's her favourite movie, and yeah, I had not watched it since I was a little kid, and when I was a little kid I hated it because I was so bored. I wanted to watch something with things blowing up in it. So I went with my mum, not looking forward to it, and to be fair, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was funny, it was heartfelt, like, I loved the characters in it, and yeah, for me it was such a welcome surprise and just blew it out the water. So now I want to rewatch a lot of the older movies I watched when I was a kid, that I didn't like, because I'm thinking that I will probably get a kick out of it now. Then fourth, I saw Grafted, which was the part of the Shudder one. This one I just couldn't get into. Again, I'm not going to talk too much about these ones because that's the whole point of the video. But yeah, that's not my cup of tea at all. It's the same, because I hear a lot of people like it. Then Out Come the Wolves, another Shudder. Had a good time with this one. Pretty fun. Cinema Paradiso, I've never seen this movie. I've heard great things about it. I spun the wheel for my watching from every country, and I had Italy, so I thought, let's watch this, and I just was in love with it. Like, it just drew me in, and it was just the love of this little boy Toto with the cinema. Like, it echoes my love, and I think it echoes a lot of other people's love, and it was just beautifully done. So yeah, that was a perfect movie for me. Then I saw Black Cab. Again, not going into it too detail in this video, but all I will say is, why did I waste my time watching this movie? Azriel, is it Azriel? Samira Weaving, perfect in horror. She's becoming my favourite final girl in horror now. And yeah, this movie was so interesting, and the concept of it was really, really unique, and it was well put together, and yeah, I had a well of a time of it. Geek Totally Ungrateful, again another one for the every country, and yeah, it was a bit weird. It's obviously like a comedy movie, but like some of the in it like weren't funny. They were quite sad and dark, and I think maybe that's what they were going for. But it was, yeah, like the tone was very odd, because he was just doing all this horrible stuff really, but it was like played for laughs, and like really played for laughs. So yeah, it was alright, it wasn't too bad. Then I watched the Doc of Chucky, which again, Shudder watching movie video thing. I had a great time. I love the Chucky series. It's one of my consistently good time franchises. I wouldn't say it's my favourites up there, because the movies aren't the greatest, but I always have fun with them. So yeah, that was really interesting to watch. Then I watched Mads, which, as you can see, I've done a massive review on that one. But yeah, again, for my Shudder video, and this blew me away. This was absolutely stunning and sensational. It was just, I couldn't believe what I was watching. I instantly rewatched it like that night. I watched it in the afternoon, I watched it that night after dinner, and I just have so much fun with it. And yeah, I only logged it once because I technically, you know, I rewatched it straight away, and I didn't really want to log it back to back on the same day. So yeah. Then I saw Daddy's Head. No, you're not watching an adult film. And yeah, no one for Shudder. It was alright. It was a weird one because it had all the markings of a movie I would love. You know, the atmospheric horror. It was beautifully shot. It was like a slow burn. But there was something there that just could not connect with me. I could not get into it. So yeah, I'd have to give it another watch, I think, because at the heart of it, it's a decent movie, but there's just something there that was like blocking me from connecting to this movie like I do with so other movies of this type of you know, genre. So yeah, Daddy's Home is a little bit of a disappointment for me. The 13th, I rewatched last night in Soho. I wanted to test out the 4K I got. And I love this movie. It's not for everyone. People have trouble with it and problems with it, which I completely understand. I think like the ending ruins the movie a little bit, in my opinion. I think that it just turns into a bog standard kind of say cat and mouse game, as opposed to the way this movie had been built up. It was so unique. It was a bit bummer on that part. But it's just a fun time, it's a fun ride, it's beautifully shot, beautiful sets, the acting is great, and yeah, I have a fun time with it every time I watch it. Then I watched VHS Beyond, again, for the Shudder video, and this one like took me by surprise because I did not like the first VHS to the extent that I never wanted to watch any of the other VHSs after that, because I was like, I'm not spending my time watching these type of movies. So I put it on and I had a blast. I thought it was really fun. They weren't the best movies, but like just seeing how other people interpreted like supernatural, otherworldly things was like really cool and unique. And yeah, the final short I really enjoyed. Then I saw Oddity, again another one. So a lot of this one was just me watching ones for Shudder, because when you've got so many movies to get through, it's like 100 and something for this video to do, you kind of have to get a good start in it, otherwise you can linger a little bit. But yeah, I had a great time with it. It was a fantastic movie. This was like slow burn as well, done well for me. Kind of like Daddy's Head, sorry. That slow burn just didn't feel like it went anywhere, whereas this one was amping up, and I felt like it did go somewhere. I had a good payoff in it, so I like that. Then in Violet Nature, this one I'm not sure how to feel about it. I gave it 3.5 because I enjoyed my time with it, but at the same time I did get bored with it, and it's very odd. I think the uniqueness of the kills and seeing like the effects of the kills kind of, especially when the first one happens, it kicks into gear and it kind of they happen quite close together, so I kind of was looking forward to that, and I think I had the best time of watching this towards the end of the film. But like the first half, it was just very boring, and if it wasn't for the video where I have to watch them all in its entirety, no matter how bad they are, I probably would have turned it off halfway through. So yeah, I'm glad I didn't, but yeah, I don't know how to feel about it because of that. Big Bad Wolves, this was the Israel participant for every country movie video. This one was great. I loved this one. It was a breath of fresh air. It was kooky, and the tone was reminded me of like a Coen Brothers movie, but at the heart of it, it was a very dark, disturbing tale, and there's some horrible graphic torture in this. But at the heart of it, it feels very kooky and very unique in kind of almost like it doesn't take itself too seriously when it's dealing with some very serious stuff. So yeah, I had a great time with that. Then I went and saw Captain America: Brave New World. Again, I did like a little review there. I enjoyed it. I don't think it's as bad as people make it out to be. It's fun. It's not the greatest. I think it falls victim to its cuts, but it went through so many reshoots that you could tell, because the editing was very disjointed in this, and it felt like the whole of the Serpent Society story with Giancarlo Esposito, like it was like that most of that was scrapped because he was there and then all of a sudden he wasn't, and he popped up again towards the end, and it was kind of very odd. So it wasn't amazing, but I had fun with it, and I think with Marvel, even the bad ones, if you can have fun with them, then it's money well spent watching, you know. Then I watched La Yuma, this one here again for every country. This one I didn't like. I thought the tone was very, very odd. What was being told and portrayed compared to the tone of it being said and portrayed, it was two very different things, and yeah, it just completely took me out. I had no interest in it, so 2.5. Then The Demon Disorder. So again, this one's from Shudder. It was decent enough. It was a bit stupid and a bit silly, but I like that in some horrors, and this one really did like lean into it. So yeah, it was fun. But then you have Hellhole, which tried to do that kooky silliness, and it just was a disaster. I couldn't believe like some of the choices that they were, like the cuts and stuff. Like it was just so jarring, and it just was not good at all. Dancing Village: The Curse Begins, again another Shudder one. I don't remember much of this one. I'm gonna have to rewatch the stuff I did when I'm writing my my script for this video. I don't remember much, but it can't be amazing if I only gave it 3. Like I am quite generous with my scores. Then I rewatched 2012, and yeah, it's fun. It's mindless fun. It's a bit stupid. It's not my favourite disaster movie, but it is entertaining, and there's the whole situation with Gordon and how like his story wraps up and how no one cares at the end of it. It just makes me laugh out loud. It's such a funny movie. Then we have Devil's Bath. Again, Shudder. This one I loved instantly. It was like if The Witch and Midsummer had a baby. 2 of my favourite movies. Perfecto. Then Stop Motion for Shudder, and 5 stars. I love it. Some people find it very boring and aimless, but I love the you know, like the descent into this character and her head, and how she's dealing with everything that she's had to deal with her mother, and you start to think what's real and what's not real, and the stop motion sequences as well are beautiful. Then I rewatched Captain America: Brave New World, and again I had a fun time. It didn't lessen the second time round. It didn't get better, even though I knew what to expect with the editing. It just didn't get better for me, but it didn't get worse, so I think that's a win. Then on that same day I saw The Monkey, and yeah, I adore that movie. I'm going to see that again this week, and yeah, it's such a fun, a funny, unserious gore fest, and it's great. I did a whole review cinema vlog as well. if you want to watch that. Then I did Night Watch Demons Are Forever for Shudder. Now this is, I believe, a sequel to a movie in the 90s. I never saw that. I've only seen this one, and I had a great time with it. I thought it was very, very kind of serious, and the tone was very, very good. I enjoyed all of the characters. I didn't find any character obnoxious or not. I really just had my fun time with, and it had Jamie Lannister in it. And yeah, I always enjoy watching him act. So I really want to watch the one this is a sequel to now. And then rounding up my watch-a-thon in February was Infested. This was the movie I was dreading watching for Shudder because I am an arachnophobic woman. I can't stand spiders, they freak me out, and this movie I was dreading. I could see it coming up on my up next, and eventually I watched it, and it was a fantastic movie. I had a great time with it. It was awful spider wise, like I was crawling out of my skin for it, and oh, they were just disgusting. But the actual story I really had fun with. I loved the set pieces. I thought they were really fun and cool. I loved the camera work. I liked the acting and the characters in it. Even when they did dub stuff, I felt like that was in character for them, just the way that we were actually watching them. And like I could feel that my adrenaline was pumping, and the way that it was being portrayed on screen, like it really did match that. And yeah, it's a shame because I would have loved to rewatch it. But I will never rewatch that movie because of those spiders, because they freak me the fuck out, people. There we have it. That is everything I watched in the month of February. A lot of movies for the Shudder video. So that's why I kind of went through them quite quickly, because what else am I going to do in that video if I talk to you guys now about it? But next month, for this coming month, I'm hoping I'll see a bit more variety in there with regards to not just watching movies for videos. I want to watch movies just to watch movies because that's fun. But yeah, comment down below what ones you've seen this month, any ones that you loved, any ones that you absolutely detested. Follow me on my socials to keep up to date with everything with my movie collection and just everything I do with movies. Make sure you hit this video a thumbs up and subscribe. It means a lot to me, and we are slowly getting up there, and it just means the world. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching. I've been Sophia Margaritelli. Have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.